Okay, I have 4 minutes, and there's one issue that I want us to dispense with. That is with what Deputy President said to the new Cabinet Secretary of Public Service, Kithure Ruku. I believe it was on Saturday. Watch this.
Ile barabara ya Gigiyani kuelekea Momenje kwenda Kerie kufika Ishara, pia Your Excellency, hao wazee wanaomba uone kama hiyo barabara itaekwa rami mwaka huu.
Rais amekubahatisha, wazee wamekubariki, alafu wewe ndio unakuja kuchochea wananchi hapa, na ile mambo bado kutendeka. Badala ya urudi Nairobi usukume rais na deputy rais na cabinet ministers wenzako ifanyike, unakuja kuchochea wananchi hapa na kuleta chuki na kuleta uchachuzi na kulalamika kama mwananchi wa kawaida.
All right, waziri asilalamika kama mwananchi wa kawaida. He didn't stop there. He also had a few more words to share here.
Hiyo mambo unaniambia hapa. Sasa wewe si mbunge tena. Wewe ni waziri. Hiyo mambo umeniambia tunaenda kusukuma na wewe. Wewe si mbunge wa kusema serikali ni wewe. Kwa serikali ni nani tena? You cannot be a minister na badala usaidie wananchi kuelewa program ya serikali imefika wapi na ile imekwama, usaidie wananchi hiyo kitu ipatikane, unakuja hapa kulia, kuchochea na kulalamika. It is not possible. Ukitaka kulalamika, out.
Maoni fupi, start with you, Senator Okech. What are we witnessing here?
You see, Sam, we all must make contribution to our country. And I think that what is going on currently is that when Njeri and the likes voted in the Kenya Kwanza government, and then it came with a political expediency that compromised competency in governance by having ministers that weren't up to the task, the first 2 years struggled and led to the Gen Z movement and led to a lot of turbulence. And we are in that phase where President Ruto, whether you want to give him credit on this or not, has opened up this government in what is calling inclusivity and the idea that bringing everybody in. But what I'm seeing him trying to do is trying to bring people in to contribute in stabilizing performance in governance. And that's why you see the ODM side sent some experts.
Which question are you responding to? I'm asking you about CS Ruku and...
that's what I'm answering. CS Ruku, President. If you didn't know, CS Ruku has just been invited from National Assembly to join government and to join cabinet in specific. So he could go and make a contribution in making sure that there's service delivery in cabinet. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And the deputy president is telling him that you must then go and work as a cabinet secretary and make a contribution. That's what all these other cabinet secretaries who have come in must make. And Sam, you just give me one second to tell you this. There might be no obvious, focus on this, but there have been some economic changes significantly since some of these ministers got into power.
I'm running out of time. I just wanted clear comments on this part between, what should I call it? Is that the right word? I don't have another, between Deputy President and Cabinet Secretary Ruku.
Ruku is wrong, Kindiki is right, clear, simple, straightforward. You know why? Ruku sits in the cabinet. Decisions relating to implementation of government projects are made in the cabinet. Now, Kindiki is also right in the sense that, just like you say, in devolution, funding follows functions. In governance, money follows politics. The government of the day has a priority matrix. So even if it says this is our budget for roads next year, it cannot do all the roads in the country within one financial year. So within that priority matrix, politics will come into play, and that politics is constitutional. So there's nothing wrong or hysterical about telling CS, come to cabinet, lobby there. Let's not be unnecessarily hysterical, saying, oh, no, come. No. The deputy president is firm and spot on this. That is why you go to the ballot every 5 years. Because at the ballot, if you feel like a government of the day, for an entire term of 5 years, fail to pay attention to development of roads in a particular area of the country, 5 years, the entire election cycle, then you can then vote it out for being partisan, intensely partisan.
All right.
But it has the discretion to decide, in this financial year, this is our focus, in the next financial year, and so on and so forth. That discretion sometimes heavily influenced by politics.
All right. Mheshimiwa Maina, yes, Wakili says the deputy president is spot on, but in public?
You know, the comments that were made by CS Ruku, unfortunately, were made in public. And in the political space, you know, things are responded to in the forum in which they're made, because it could communicate a deficiency in terms of perhaps is the CS able to deliver, and I think this is a cost of political appointments, or politically informed appointments, because we do know that there was a CS from the same area, CS Justin Muturi, who fell out with the president.
Right.
So on this, the professor of law is right. And the CS is just, I mean, really, you can't do that. You're a CS, for heaven's sake. I mean, what will the poor villager say if as a CS you can stand on a public forum and, you know, make a public outcry or beg for, quote unquote, development, really, and you sit in the cabinet? It's quite untidy for the CS.
All right.
I agree with my colleague on the right. That CS is one of the biggest loyalists of Mr. Ruto. He says things that everybody astonishes. He astonishes everybody by what he says. He says things here on the panel I've watched that are just astonishing. The political class in this country is really... Kenyans deserve a better political class than this fellow over here in what he has said. They just deserve much, much better. And hopefully, in the coming elections, this country is going to try and express what they really want in this country. That's it.
Too soon for CS Ruku was approved by Parliament recently.
Of course, you know I'm buying.
Now appointed. I want us to take a look at the feedback that's come to us at Citizen TV Kenya. Assam Gituku, please. The hashtag to use is Citizen DayBreak, or a Kenyan saying, MC Romaz, you're saying that the youth are no longer interested in Mtuwetu syndrome. We have been taken for a ride for long by the political elite. I urge Gen Zs to register and stand to be counted in 2027. Our voices must be heard. We should liberate our country from cartels. Lekishon Laban, we need to question and possibly change the law on appointing IBC officials. How can politicians, some already captured by the executive and set to run in the next elections, be trusted to form an independent commission? Franco Rinde, with Gachagua seemingly escaping the impeachment news, the real political drama shifts to the opposition, who will carry the presidential flag. The unity they preach may be put to test by the individual ambitions. It's inevitable to avoid cracks that end. Kevin, you said that the hypocrisy about the political class is very alarming. As Senator Eddie Okech is defending the constitution of the IBC, we see Honorable Betty Minor, who is not here, opposing the character of the personalities nominated. Try imagining if we were 2 years ago. Do you mean Njeri Minor or Betty Minor? I don't know. J.M. Musoma.
An advocate of the High Court. The one mentioned is
J.M. Musoma. It's unfortunate that Kindiki promised the young aspirants in Mbeere jobs in government just to tame Gachagua influence in the forthcoming by-election. Is that not the same reason Parliament impeached Gachagua? You're asking that question. And I have to thank you, Senator Eddie Okech, Wakili Steve Ogola, MP Njeri Maina, and Ahmed Hashi for making time for us to have this conversation. Up next is Sporty Monday. They're here to talk about the sporting action of the weekend and what's to expect in the coming weekend, many weeks. My name is Sam Gituku.
Thank you.
Asante. Bye for now.